Hare Krishna, Pranam dear devotees. So let's start with Kirtan.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Danvat Pranam.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravadi Pracharini निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी वात्सल्य देशधारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपदा निताय गौर हरि गौर हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. Krishna, Pranam. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining to continue our reading of this very beautiful scripture, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, as you all know, we are on Antya Lila now. So, can someone tell what was discussed yesterday and day before by Vrat Chandrika Mataji? What is actually going on in the story right now? Anyone? Who are talking to each other? What is going on? What is the conversation about?
हरे कृष्णा माता जी,
Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
दंडवत प्रणाम माता जी। I know little, I'll express it माता जी।
Yes,
Rupa Sanatan Rupa Goswami has written so many, versions. So this was asked by the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had brought his followers, that is Ramanand Rai and others. So in front of them, he asked him to recite the slokas, and he did not want to say, because in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did not want to say it. So afterward, Prabhu only says, it's okay, no problem, you say it, then it will be given by the Rupa Goswami. And it was so, what to say, was so fine. He glorified Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glories with so nicely, and all were very pleased. And the followers will say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when you have blessed him like this, why can't he write? So with your blessings only, he has done this, and they will be saying that, Mataji.
Yes. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Yeah, very beautifully you described. Yes. So, Srila Rupa Goswami's verses that he has composed, he's narrating, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking him to narrate, and everyone present, the assembly of Vaishnavas, they are all really appreciating it a lot. So, today again is a very beautiful section, because today there is not so much of explanation needed, but it is mostly going to be all reading of the various verses, because we'll see that Sri Ramanand Rai is going to ask all these questions to Rupa Goswami about about literature, about the literary details of his work, and he will explain, and also then he asks questions about Lord Krishna and Radharani's pastimes and all those things. Very intricate questions he will ask, and Rupa Goswami is going to answer very nicely, and is going to quote many verses. So today there'll be a lot of reading through those very beautiful verses. Okay, so I think 132 is where Mataji stopped yesterday. So we'll start from 133 onwards. Okay, so in 132, we had read that where he's saying that may the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of uh, Sachi Mata, be transcendently situated in the innermost core of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has descended in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most elevated mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. So this is what is mentioned. This is what was read yesterday. So let's start with 133 onwards. Kindly raise your hands. K. Karpagavali Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Text 133. Sabha Bhaktagana Kahi Sloga Suniya Kirtata Karila Sabaya Sloga Sunana. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. All the devotees present so greatly appreciated this verse that they expressed their gratitude to Sri Rupa Goswami for his transcendental recitation. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So the devotees present are very, very happy to hear the narration and this verse, and they are actually expressing their gratitude to Sri Rupa Goswami for the transcendental recitation. Okay. Now let's go to 134. Yeah, Uma Devi Mataji. Uma Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
राय कहे कौन अमुके पत्र सन्निधाना, रूप कहे काला समय प्रवर्तक नामा. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ramananda Raya inquired, how have you introduced the assembly of the players? Rupa Goswami replied, the players assemble at a suitable time under the heading of Pravartaka. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In a drama, all the actors are called patra or players. This is stated by Vishwanatha Kaviraja in the Sahitya Darpana. Divya Marte sa tat rupo mishram anastayas tayo suchayet vastu bijam vamukham patram atapiva. The meaning of Amukha is stated by Srila Rupa Goswami in the Nataka Chandrika. Sutradharo nati brute swa karyam pratiyuktita prastuta क्षेपी चित्रोक्य yat tad amukam iritam. When Srila Ramananda Raya inquired about the arrangement for introducing the assembly of players in the drama, Rupa Goswami replied that when the players first enter the stage in response to the time, the introduction is technically called Pravartaka. For an example, see verse 136 below. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura says that the introduction, which is technically called Amukha, may be of 5 different kinds according to the Sahitya Darpana 6.288. Udgatyakha katho dagdatha prayo gatisyayas latha tatha pravartaka valagite pancha prastavana vidha. Introductions may be classified as follows. Udgatyaka, Udgatyaka, Kathodatha, Prayoga, Tissaya, Pravartaka, and Avalagitha. These 5 kinds of introduction are called Amukha. Thus, Srila Ramananda Rai asked which of the 5 introductions had been employed, and Sri Rupa Goswami replied that he had used the introduction called the Pravartaka. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Pranams. So, Ramananda Rai, in this verse also, and in the verses coming further, he is going to ask very intricate questions about Natya Shastra. So, I mean, a drama, when we see or when we hear of it, we may not be aware of so many technicalities, but actually, when we read these through these verses, we'll know that there are so many technicalities, there are so many intricacies that have to be taken care of so that the impact of the drama comes out correctly. And so it's not just some the good drama, it's not just some random people and some random dialogues. It's actually very technical. So it's so Natya Shastra gives all these details, and Ramanand Rai is asking about the assembly of players, and Rupa Goswami is explaining that the assembly that he's using is Pravartaka, and Pravartaka is going to be further explained later in verse number 136. So then Prabhupada is telling us from Sahitya Darpan that how many different kind of introductions can there be: Udghatyaka, Kathodghata, Prayogatishaya, Pravartaka, and Avalagita. So out of these, he's asking which one are you following, and he says that I am following Pravartaka. Okay. Now let's go to 135. Krishnamurti Prabhu.
Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Akshipitah kala samayena pravesha syat pravartakah. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki. When the entrance of the actress is set in motion by the arrival of a suitable time, the entrance is called Pravartaka. Purport. This verse is from the Nataka Chandrika 12 by Srila Rupa Goswami. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. So the Natak Chandrika written by Rupa Goswami has this verse where Pravartaka is explained that when the entrance of actors is set in motion by the arrival of a suitable time, the entrance is called Pravartaka. Okay. Now let's go to 136. Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Soyam vasanta samaya samuhyana yasmin Purnam Kamishwaram Upoda Navanuragam Gura Graha Chiraya Saharadaya Sau Rangaya Santamayata Ishipurnamasi. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Springtime had arrived. and the full moon of that season inspired the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is complete in everything, with new attraction to meet the beautiful Srimati Radharani at night to increase the beauty of their pastimes. Purport by Divine by Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura interprets this verse Vidagta Madhava 1.10 in two ways for Lord Krishna and for Srimati Radharani. When interpreted for Krishna, the night is understood to have been a dark moon night, and when interpreted for Srimati Radharani, it is considered to have been a full moon night. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, when the poetry, the dramas, when the literary works, the great literary works, when they are written, there are sometimes it happens that something is written which will have more meanings than the apparent meaning that we can get from reading it, right? So, and those kind of literary works are actually considered to be very nice because they require a lot of skill to write something which can have various meanings. So here it is mentioned that springtime had arrived and the full moon of that season inspired the Supreme Lord Krishna with new attraction to meet the beautiful Radharani at night to increase the beauty of their pastimes. And this verse from Vidagdha Madhav, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur has interpreted in two ways for Lord Krishna and for Radharani, that when it is a dark moon night, because Krishna is dark complexion, then it is understood, it is interpreted for Krishna, and full moon night, then interpreted for Radharani, because Radharani is very fair, right? And resplendent. Yeah. Now, 137, Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam.
राया काहे प्ररोचनादि कहा थे कि सुनी रूपा काहे महाप्रभुरा श्रवणे चा जानी. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ramananda Raya said, please recite the Prarochana portion so that I may hear and examine it. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Rupa replied, I think that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire to hear is Prarochana. The method of including the audience to become more and more eager to hear by praising the time and place, the hero and the audience is called Prarochana. This is a statement regarding Prarochana in the Nataka Chandrika. Deshakala katha vastu sabhyadinam prashamshaya shrotranam unmukhikaraha Kathiteyam Prarochana. Similarly, the Sahitya Darpana 6.286 says, Tasya Prarochana Vidhi Tatha Prahasana Mukhe Anganyatronmukhikaraha Prashamshatha Prarochana. Any literature presented in Sanskrit must follow the rules and regulations mentioned in the authoritative reference books. The technical inquiries by Srila Ramananda Raya and the replies of Srila Rupa Goswami indicates that both of them were expert and fully conversant with the techniques of writing drama. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So Ramanand Rai, when he is putting forth these questions are also of very high level, very technical. So only a person who actually has, a lot of information, lot of skill and experience in writing dramas, who's conversant with the techniques of writing dramas, only he can ask such questions. And similarly for Rupa Goswami, who is also a very skilled drama writer because he's able to answer these questions very accurately, and he has taken care of all these details while writing the drama also. So here Prarochana is mentioned, the method of inducing the audience to become more and more eager to increase their interest. How that is to be done, that is Prarochana. And then Prabhupada is quoting from Natak Chandrika and also from Sahitya Darpan. And it is mentioned that any literature presented in Sanskrit must follow the rules and regulations mentioned in the authoritative reference books. The technical inquiries, like this is what we discussed, that these technical inquiries and the replies of Rupa Goswami, clearly indicate that both of them were very expert in writing dramas. Okay. Now let's go to 138. Krishnamurti Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji.
Pranam.
भक्तानाम् उदागद अनर्गला दिव्यं वर्गो निसर्गो जालः शिलाहे पल्लवैतक्ता वल्लवा वधु बन्धो प्रदन्दोऽप्यसौ लभ्ये चातुर्वतं च दण्डवा वृन्दवे गर्भभूर Mataji, what is this? Manye mad vidha punya mandala paripakoyam unmilati. Am I right, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, it's fine.
Translation by A.C. Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada ki jai. The devotees now present are constantly thinking of the Supreme Lord and are therefore highly advanced. This work named Vigada Madhava depicts the characteristics pastimes of Lord Krishna with decorations of poetic ornaments. And the inner grounds of the forest of Vrindavana provide a suitable platform for the dancing of Krishna with the gopis. Therefore, I think that the pious activities of persons like us who have tried to advance in devotional service have now attained maturity. Purport, this is verse 8 of the first act of the Vigada Madhava. Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams Mataji.
Pranam Prabhu. So this verse is coming from the first act, verse 8 of Vidagdha Madhav, where it is mentioned that devotees now present are constantly thinking of the Supreme Lord and therefore they're highly advanced because that is what the mind is engaged in Krishna. That is a very high stage of advancement. And this work named Vidagdha Madhav depicts a characteristic pastime of Lord Krishna with decorations of poetic ornaments. Very beautifully, Lord Krishna's pastimes are mentioned. And Vrindavan is the suitable platform where Lord Krishna has these pastimes with the gopis. So then it is mentioned, therefore, I think that the pious activities of persons like us who have tried to advance in devotional service have now attained maturity. Because what is actually the ultimate goal of any kind of pious activities or yagya or tapa, dana, anything? That is to reach the highest stage of self realization, which is to realize that we are all servants of Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and when that goes to the level of appreciating the various pastimes of Lord Krishna, then that is actually the success, right? So that's why it is mentioned that the efforts, or the pious activities have reached maturity, right? Because people who are trying to advance in devotional service have now attained maturity because they are able to think about Krishna, engage their mind in the pastimes of Krishna. Okay. Yeah, let's go to 139. Shobha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please bear with me. Vishwanath Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Shloka number 139. अब्दिव्यक्तमततकृतिलहु रूपात् अभिबुधा विधाति सिद्धातान् हरिगुण मयिव कृतीयाम् पुल्लिङ्गेनापि अग्निसिन्धु समिताम् उन्मत्य जानीतो हिरण्यशरीराम् अपहरति नातां खलु सताम्. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O learned devotees, I am by nature ignorant and low. Yet even though it is from me that the Vidaha Madhava has come, it is filled with descriptions of the transcendental attribute of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, will not such a literature bring about the attainment of the highest goal of life? Although it would may be ignited by a low-class man, fire can nevertheless purify gold. Similarly, although I am very low by nature, this book may help cleanse the dirt from within the heart of the golden devotees. Purport. This verse is Vidaha Madhava, verse 1.6. Haribol, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So here it is mentioned that Vidak Madhav is filled with descriptions of the transcendental qualities, the attributes of Lord Krishna. Therefore, will not such a literature bring about the attainment of the highest goal of life? Definitely, right? Because when it is filled with all the descriptions of Lord Krishna's qualities, and that will definitely bring one to the highest goal of life. Although its wood may be ignited by a low-class man, fire can nevertheless purify gold. So this is Srila Rupa Goswami's humility. He's giving this example that even if a low-class man ignites wood, then it still catches fire, and the fire can purify gold. But the comparison is that although I am very low by nature, this book may help cleanse the dirt from within the hearts of the golden devotees. So he is giving all the credit to the devotees. He's not taking any credit for such a beautiful work that he has written. Rather, he's saying that even though I am low by nature, the devotees are so wonderful. And then the description of Krishna is so great that it will remove the dirt, it will cleanse the dirt from the within the hearts of the devotees. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to 140. Uma Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. राया कहे कहा देखी प्रेमोत्पत्ति करना पूर्व रागा विकार चेष्टा कामाली खाना. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then Ramananda Raya inquired from Rupa Goswami about the causes of the loving affairs between Krishna and the gopis, such as previous attachment, transformations of love, endeavors for love, and exchange of letters disclosing the gopis' awakening love for Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So this conversation will have different, quotations from the verse, from the Vidagdha Madhav, and then later Lalita Madhav, and questions by Srila Ramanand Rai. So here also he is posing one question about the cause of the loving affairs between Krishna and the gopis. What actually caused that? Was it some previous attachment, or that their love transformed, or endeavors of love? So all these things he is asking. Yeah, let's go to 141. Krishnamurti Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, प्रणाम माताजी.
Ram Prabhu.
क्रामे श्री रूपा गोसाने सकली कहिला सुनी प्रभुर भक्त गणेरा चमत्कार हैला. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Rupa Goswami gradually informed Ramananda Raya about everything he is asked. Hearing his explanations, all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were struck with wonder. Shall I read purport, Mataji?
Yes,
Purport,
please.
purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Rupa Goswami has explained Kama Likhana in his book, Ujjwala Nilamani, Vipralamba Prakarana 26. Se lekha kama lekha syat yaksva prema prakashakaha yuvasya yuni yana cha yuvatyam samprahiyate. Exchangers of letters between a young boy and girl concerning their awakening of attachment for each other are called Kamalekha. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Pranams
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Pranam Prabhu. So Kamalekha is the exchange of letter between young boy and young girl concerning their attachment for each other. And here it is mentioned, Prabhupada is quoting from Vipralamba Prakarana from the book, Srila Rupa Goswami's book, Ujjwal Nilamani, where Kama Likhana is explained, described. Yeah, 142, Uma Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I will
Yes.
एकस्य श्रुतम् एव लुम्पति मतिं कृष्णेति नामाक्षरम् सन्द्रोन्मदा परम् उपनयति अन्यस्य वंशिकलः एषा स्निग्धा गणा द्युतिर्मानसि मे लग्न पते विक्षनात् कष्टां दिक् पुरुषत्रये रतिर अभुन मन्ये वृत्ति श्रेयसी. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Experiencing previous attachment to Krishna, Purvaraga, Srimati Radharani thought, since I have heard the name of a person called Krishna, I have practically lost my good sense. Then there is another person who plays his flute in such a way that after I hear the vibration, intense madness arises in my heart. And again, there is still another person to whom my mind becomes attached when I see his beautiful lightning like effulgence in this picture. Therefore, I think that I am greatly condemned, for I have become simultaneously attached to three persons. It would be better for me to die because of this. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, this is the thought of Radharani. She says that I have heard of the name of a person called Krishna, and she's so attacked that she says that I have practically lost my good sense. Then she says, that is one person. Now, the another person is one who plays the flute very beautifully, and that vibration makes me mad. Then the third person is the person uh, she mentions when I see his beautiful lightning like effulgence in his picture. So she has heard of a person, she has heard of the flute, and then she has seen the effulgence in the picture. And so she's saying that, therefore, I think that I'm greatly condemned, for I have become simultaneously attached to three persons. It would be better for me to die because of this, because she's saying that it is not correct for someone to for a lady to think of three people. The attachment should be with just one, and she's saying that I'm feeling attracted to three, though they are all actually Krishna only, but this is what she's saying in Lila. So this is from Vidagdha Madhav 2.9. Right? Let's go to 143. Padma Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Iyam sakhi dusadya radha hridaya vedana krita yatra chikitsapi utsayam paryavasyati. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear friend, these palpitations of Srimati Radharani's heart are extremely difficult to cure. Even if one applies some medical treatment, it would only end in deformation. Thank you, Mataji. Purport: this verse, Vidagdha Madhava 22.8, is spoken by Srimati Radharani herself. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So Radharani's heart, these palpitations that she's feeling are very difficult to cure, right? What she's feeling is of a very, very different degree. So there's nothing that can be done to cure these palpitations. Yeah. Let's go to 144. Would someone like to read?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Dari padi chanda gunam sundara mahamandire tu manvasasi taha taha rundhasi bali am jaha jaha cha ida pale mihi. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh dearly beautiful one, the artistic loveliness of your picture is now impressed within my mind. Since you are now living within my mind, wherever I wish to run, because I am agitated by impressions of you, I find that you, oh my friend, are blocking my way. Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This verse, Vidagdha Madhava 2.33, is written in the Prakrit language, not in Sanskrit. When transformed into Sanskrit, it reads as follows. Dhruta Pratichanda Gunam Sundara Mama Mandire Tvam Vasasi Tata Tata Runatsi Balitam Yatha Yatha Chakita Palaye. The meaning is the same, but the native language is different. It was spoken to Krishna by Madhumangala as he read him a letter from Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji. So this verse is in Prakrit language, and then Prabhupada gives a transformation in Sanskrit also. And he says that the meaning is the same, but the native language is different. It was spoken to Krishna by Madhu Mangal as he read him a letter from Srimati Radharani. So all these various interactions are being mentioned here. They are interwoven in these words. Okay. Yeah. Now let's go to 145. Shobha Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
145.
Dandat Pranam Mataji.
Pranam
Sloka
Mataji.
145. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami ji say, Agre viikshaya विखण्डखण्डम् अचिरात् उत्कम्पम् आलम्बते कुञ्जानां च विलोकनन् मुहुर् शास्त्रां परिक्रोशाति नो जाने जनयान् अपूर्वनथान् चमत्करीतां फलया किल चित्तभूमि अविष्टात् को अयं नवीनाग्रहः. Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation and purport the Srila Prabhupada. Upon seeing peacock feathers in front of her, this girl suddenly begins trembling. When she sometimes sees a necklace of kunja, small conches, she sheds tears and cries loudly. I do not know what kind of new ecstatic influence has entered the heart of this poor girl. It has imbued her with the dancing attitude of a player creating wonderful, unprecedented dance on its stage. Purport. This verse, Vitaga Madhava, sloka number 15 in second chapter, is spoken by Mukhara, a friend of Lord Krishna's grandmother, in a conversation with Paurnamasi, the grandmother of Madhumangala. Haribol. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So Madhumangal is Krishna's friend. Madhumangal's grandmother is Purnamasi Devi. And so Mukhara is a friend of Lord Krishna's grandmother. She is in a conversation with Purnamasi, and Mukhara says this, about Radharani, that this is the kind of symptom she undergoes. This is kind of symptom she depicts, and she gets when even seeing a necklace of gunja, very small conscious, she sheds tears, cries loudly, because all this is reminding her of Krishna, peacock feathers, gunja mala. Krishna wears all these things, so all this reminds Radharani of Krishna. So she feels that ecstasy, and that's why she starts showing these symptoms. It has imbued her with the dancing attitude of a player creating wonderful, unprecedented dances on stage. So Radharani's condition is being mentioned here, how she goes into that deep ecstatic mood. Okay, now let's go to 146. Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
अकारुण्य कृष्णो यदि मयि तवाघ कथम् इदम् मुधा मारोदिर्मे कुरु परमिमाम् उत्तरकृतिम् तमालस्य स्कन्धे विनिहिता भुजवल्लारिर्इयम् यथा वृन्दारण्ये चिरम् अविचल तिष्ठति तनुः. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimati Radharani said to her constant companion Vishakha, "My dear friend, if Krishna is unkind to me, there will be no need for you to cry, for it will not be due to any fault of yours. I shall then have to die, but afterwards please do one thing for me, to observe my funeral ceremony. Place my body with its arms embracing a tamala tree like creepers, so that I may remain forever in Vrindavana undisturbed. That is my last request." Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This verse is Vidagdha Madhava 2.47. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So Radharani is telling Vishakha Devi, if Krishna is unkind to me, she says there will be no need for you to cry, for it will not be due to any fault of yours. You don't cry, but I'll have to give up my life. And she says that, how should my funeral ceremony be? You just place my body with its arm embracing a tamal tree, like creeper, so that I may remain forever in Vrindavan. So she just wants to be in Vrindavan. Haribol. Let's read 147. Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Pranam.
राया कहे कहा देखी भावे रस्व भावा रूप कहे अच्छे हया कृष्ण विषय का भावा. Translation by Divine Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Ramananda Rai inquired, what are the characteristics of emotional love? Purport. Rupa Goswami replied, this is the nature of emotional love for Krishna. Thank you, Mother.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, let's go to 148 because that's self-explanatory. Yeah, Karpagavali Mataji, 148.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Text 148. Vidabirnava kalakuta katuta garvasya nirvasano nisyantena mudam sudha maduram madurima mahankara sankochanaha prema sundari nandanandana paro jagati yashyantare jnanante spudam asyava pakra madurasa tenaiva vikarantaya. Translation, my dear beautiful friend, if one develops love of God, love of Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaja, all the bitter and sweet influences of this love will manifest in one's heart. Such love of Godhead acts in two ways. The poisonous effects of love of God defeat the severe and fresh poison of the serpent. Yet, there is simultaneous transcendental bliss which pours down, defeats the poisonous effects of a snake, as well as the happiness derived from pouring nectar on one's head, which is perceived as doubly effective, simultaneously poisonous and nectarian. Purport: this verse is from Vigada Madhava 2.18. It also appears in the Madhya Lila chapter 2, verse 52. It is spoken by Purnamasi. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Dandavat.
Mataji.
Thank you. Dandavat.
So Purnamasi ji is saying these words that one who has developed love for Krishna, they will experience the bitter and sweet influences of this love. So it's like the meeting, then the separation. So it has all the different rasas, right? Bitter and sweet. That is the nature, the characteristic of divine love. Such love of Godhead acts in two ways, she says, that the poisonous effects of love of Godhead defeat the severe and fresh poison of the serpent. So the intensity, the severity is very high. Yet there is simultaneously transcendental bliss, which pours down and defeats the poisonous effects of a snake, as well as the happiness derived from pouring nectar on one's head. So even if one pours nectar on one's head, whatever happiness can be given, can be received by this. Bhakti can give much more happiness than that. So even when there is that feeling of separation, which is giving pain to the heart, that also actually gives bliss to the devotees. So Radharani and Krishna, that is why their pastimes are molded in such a way that there is meeting and there is separation, because that separation of divine love is also filled with a lot of transcendental bliss. Okay. So it is perceived as doubly effective, simultaneously poisonous and nectarian. So it is both happy and, that separation brings sadness. But whether it is sweet or bitter, it is always full of transcendental bliss. Okay, let's go to 149 now. Someone like to read? Yeah, Sudha Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Pranam Mataji.
राया कहे कहा सहजा प्रेमेरा लक्षण रूप गोसाई कहे सहजी का प्रेम धर्म. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ramananda Rai further inquired, what are the natural characteristics of awakening love of God? But Rupa Goswami replied, these are the natural characteristics of love of God. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So these different characteristics are going to be mentioned by Rupa Goswami, the natural characteristics of awakening of love of Godhead. Yeah. Next shloka, would someone like to read?
May
Yes,
I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji,
Hare
please
Krishna,
read.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
स्तोत्रं यात्रा ततास्ततं प्रकटाय चित्तस्य दत्ते व्यतं निन्दापि परं प्रमादं प्रयच्छति परिहास श्रियं बिभर्ति दोषेण क्षयितां गुणेन गुरुतां केनपि अनन्तवती प्रेमणा कसियसित् इयं
Can you hear me?
प्रक्रिया Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When one hears praise from his beloved, he outwardly remains neutral but feels pain within his heart. When he hears his beloved making accusations about him, he takes them to be jokes and enjoys pleasure. When he finds faults in his beloved, they do not diminish his love, nor do the beloved good qualities increase his spontaneous affection. Thus, spontaneous love continues under all circumstances. That is how spontaneous love of Godhead acts within the heart. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This verse from the Vidagdha Madhava 5.4 is spoken by Purnamasi, the grandmother of Madhumangala and mother of Sandipini Muni. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, there was a power cut, so the screen will just take a minute to be back. So let's understand this verse. So here it is mentioned that when one hears praise from his beloved, he outwardly remains neutral but feels pain within his heart. Why pain? Because they don't want to hear their praise, but they want to hear the praise of their beloved. And making accusations, jokes, all these different kind of Leelas would take place between Lord Krishna and Radharani. So that is what is mentioned, that spontaneous love continues under all circumstances. And that is how spontaneous love of Godhead acts within the heart also. So this is also spoken by Purnamasi, the grandmother of Madhumangal, mother of Sandipani Muni. Yeah, just give me a moment, I'll quickly share. Yeah, I hope it's visible now.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mata. Yes, Mata.
So now let's go to the next verse. This is 151. If someone would like to read, kindly raise your hands. Shrutva nishthuratam ममेन्दुवदना प्रेमान्कुरं विन्दति स्वान्ते शान्तिदुरं विदया विदुरे प्रायः परं चिष्यति किं वा पामरकामकार्मुक परित्रष्ट विमोक्षति असून् हा मोगध्यात् फलिनी मनोरथ लता मृद्वीमयोन्मुलिता. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Upon hearing of my cruelty, moon-faced Radharani may establish some kind of tolerance in her aggrieved heart, but then she might turn against me, or indeed, being fearful of the lusty desires invoked by the bow of formidable Cupid, she might even give up her life. Alas, I have foolishly uprooted the soft creeper of her desire just when it was ready to bear fruit. So these words are spoken by Lord Krishna, and he is actually repenting that he has been cruel to Radharani. So that is again Vidagh Madhav 2.40. Yeah. Let's read the next 152. Shobha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Dandat Pranam Mataji. Sloka number 152. Yashyot Sukasaya Shitilita Gurvi Gurupchastrapa Varenebhyo Apishrutama Shaki Tatayuyam Parikleshitaha Dharmaha So Api Mahan Mayana Ganita Shadvidhi Adhyasito Dhairyam Tat Upekshitapi Yat Aham Jivami Papiyasi. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Desiring the happiness of association and embraces, my dear friend, I disregarded even his superiors and relaxed my shyness and gravity before them. Furthermore, although you are my best friend, more dear to me than my own life, I have given you so much trouble. Indeed, I even put aside the vow of dedication to my husband, a vow kept by the most elevated woman. Oh, alas, although he is now rejecting me, I am so sinful that I am still living. Therefore, I must condemn my so-called patience. Purport. Srimati Radharani is speaking this verse, Vidagha Madhva, Shloka number 41, second chapter, to her intimate friend Vishaka Devi. Haribol, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, in the previous verse was Krishna's repentance, having treated Radharani cruelly, and here Radharani is expressing her feelings to Vishakha Devi, that how she has disregarded everything and just put everything aside for Krishna, even though he has treated her. Uh, I although he is not neglecting me, I am so sinful that I'm still living. So she doesn't, I mean, we can understand the level of Radharani's love and dedication towards Krishna reading these verses. So it is all very esoteric in nature that is being described. Okay. Yeah. Chandana Mataji, next 153.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Um,
Grihanta khel खेलन्त्यो निजसहजबालस्य बालनात् अभद्रं भद्रं वा किमपि हि न जानीमहि मनाक् वायं नेतुं युक्ता कथम् अशरणां कामपि दशां कथं वा न्यायते प्रथितुम् उदासीनपदवी. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I was engaged in my own playful activities in my home, and because of my childish innocence, I did not know right from wrong. Therefore, is it good for you to have forced us into being so much attracted to you and then to have neglected us? Now you are indifferent to us. Do you think this is right? Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This verse, Vitakta Madhava 2.46, is spoken to Krishna by Srimati Radharani. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So Radharani is complaining to Krishna that you made us so attracted to us, and then now you are neglecting us and you're being indifferent to us. So do you think that is right? Yeah, Shobha Mataji, next 154.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danda Pranam, Krishna Stavra Gosam ki jai, 154. Antaklesha Kalankita Akila, Vayam Vamo Adya Yam Puri, Nayam Vanchana Sanchaya, Parayinam Asam Tatapi Ujjhati, Asmin Samputite Ghabira Kapatai, Abhira Palivite, Ha Medhavini Radhike Tava Katam Prema Gariyan Abhut. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Our hearts are so polluted by miserable conditions that we are certainly going to Pluto's kingdom. Nevertheless, Krishna does not give up his beautiful, loving smiling, which is full of cheating tricks. Oh, Srimati Radharani, you are very intelligent. How could you have developed such great loving affection for this deceitful debauchee from the neighborhood of the cowhead? Purport. This verse, Vidagha Madhva, Shloka number 37, second chapter, is spoken to Radharani by Lalita Shakti, another confidential friend. Haribol, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So Lalita Sakhi was always known to have a slight temper, right? So she's saying that uh, our hearts are so polluted, and then she says Krishna does not give up his beautiful, loving smiling, which is full of cheating tricks, and she's calling him a debauchee, and she's saying that how could you have developed such affection for this deceitful person? So that's what Lalita Sakhi is saying to Radharani. Yeah, next 155, Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
pranams.
Krishna. Pranam.
हित्वा दुरे पशितवतरोरन्तिकं धर्मसेतो वङ्गोदग्रपुरुषिकरिणं रमहसा लङ्घयन्ते लेभे कृष्णा नवनवरसा राधिका वाहिनीद्वाम् Vavichi Kiliva Vimukti Bhavamasyastanoti. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada teacher. O Lord Krishna. Mataji, can you just scroll up a little bit?
Is
Yes,
it
thank
okay?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh Lord Krishna, you are just like an ocean. The river of Srimati Radharani has reached you from a long distance, leaving far behind the tree of her husband, breaking through the bridge of social convention, and forcibly crossing the hills of elder relatives. Coming here because of fresh feelings of love for you, that river has now received your shelter. But now you are trying to turn her back by the waves of unfavorable words. How is it that you are speaking this attitude? Purport this verse from the Vidyakta Madhava 3.9 is spoken to Lord Krishna by Purnamas. Thank you, Mataji. Hari Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So Purnamasi is telling Lord Krishna that the river of love of Radharani is reaching you, but you're not giving shelter. And how are you doing this? Your words are unfavorable. You're trying to turn your back to her. Yeah. Next, 156, Uma Devi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। राया कहे वृंदावना मुरली निवसना कृष्ण राधिका रखे करिया च वंदन वर्णना। Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। Srila Ramananda Raya further inquired, how have we described Vrindavana, the vibration of the transcendental flute, and the relationship between Krishna and Radhika? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So another question by Ramananda Roy about description of Vrindavan and the flute relationship between Lord Krishna and Srimati Radha. Yeah, Krishnamurti Prabhu, next, 157.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
Hare Krishna
कहा
Prabhu.
तोमारा कविता सुनी आय चमत्कारा रमे रूप गोसानी कहे करी नमस्कारा। Translation Vesi Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Please tell me all this, for your poetic ability is wonderful. After offering obeisances to Ramananda Raya, Rupa Goswami gradually began answering his enquiries. Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams Mataji.
Thank you, Pranav. So then Rupa Goswami will start answering the inquiries of Sri Ramananda Rai gradually. 158, Karpagavali Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Text 158. Sugandho makanda prakara makarandasya madure vinishyandi vande krita madhupavrindam maduridam tandolam mando natibihir anila chandana kire mamanandam vrindavipinam atulam tundilanti. Translation Prabhupada KJ. The sweet, fragrant honey oozing from newly grown mango buds is again and again attracting groups of bumblebees, and this forest is trembling in the softly moving breezes from the Malaya hills, which are full of sandalwood trees. Thus, the forest of Vrindavana is increasing my transcendental pleasure. Purport. This verse is from Vigada Madhava 1.23, is spoken by Lord Krishna himself. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji. So Lord Krishna is speaking about the beautiful forest of Vrindavan and how he's getting so much transcendental pleasure from there. Okay, now let's read 159 and 160 and we'll stop. Okay, so Sudha Mataji, 159.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Pranam.
Vrindavanam Divyalata Paritam लतश्च पुष्पस्फुरिताग्रवाजा पुष्पाणि च स्फीटमधुव्रतानि मधुव्रताश्च श्रुतिहारिगीता. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear friend, see how this forest of Vrindavan is full of transcendental creepers and trees. The tops of the creepers are full of flowers and intoxicated bumblebees are buzzing around them, humming songs that please the ear and surpass even the Vedic hymns. Purport, this verse from the Vidyakta Madhava 1.24 is spoken by Lord Balaram to his friend Sri Ram. Thank you, Mother. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So the beauty of the forest of Vrindavan is here described by Balramji to his friend Sridama. Okay, now let's read 160. क्वचिद् भृङ्गिगीतं क्वचिदनिलभङ्गी शिशिरता क्वचिद्वल्लीलास्यं क्वचिदमला मल्ली परिमला क्वचिद्धाराशलीकरकफलपालिरसोभरो रसभरो ऋषिकानां वृन्दं प्रमदयति वृन्दावनम् इदम्. Translation, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. My dear friend, this forest of Vrindavan is giving great pleasure to our senses in various ways. Somewhere bumblebees are singing in groups, and in some places mild breezes are cooling the entire atmosphere. Somewhere the creepers and tree twigs are dancing, the mallika flowers are expanding their fragrance, and an overabundance of juice is constantly flowing in showers from pomegranate fruits. Purport. This was from the Vidagdha Madhav 131 is spoken by Lord Krishna to his cowherd friend Madhumangal. So Krishna is also giving such wonderful details of the beauty of the forest of Vrindavan. Okay. So let's stop today. Any questions, comments, any additions, anything you would like to say? No?
So complicated slokas, Mataji. It's not even recited.
What, Mataji?
The slokas were very complicated. Normal Bhagavatam slokas itself is very difficult to read.
Yes, yes. Yes,
very
Mataji, very
technical.
technical. Yeah, very technical, but full of nectar. True.
Not easy to understand, Mataji. You have to read again and again. Very high.
True, yes.
Quite high.
Very hard. True, Mataji, that's true. Very true. Yeah. We're just fortunate that we get to read through these beautiful verses.
Yes, Mataji, yeah.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you so much. See you next week. Panchakalpatrubhyascha kripasindhubhyeva
Prajapatitanam
Patitanam
pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo
namo namaha.
जय
जय
चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्रील
चैतामृत
कृष्णदास
की जय,
कविराज
गौर
गोस्वामी की जय,
भगवान
श्रील
की जय,
प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरु महाराज की जय.
की जय.
Hare Krishna, Dhanvat
Hare
Pranam. Thank
Krishna.
you all
Hare
so
Krishna,
much.
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I just want to ask you something.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, a friend of mine who had lost her husband a few years back, she wants to help in the mandir. Will they allow a widow to help? Just want to know before I ask them. Any idea?
Yeah, Mataji, there is in ISKCON, there is no such restriction.
No such thing, huh? Okay.
No. She needs to be following the chanting and all those.
Yeah, just started, Mataji. She's just coming for the morning class, Srimad Bhagavatam, since about 3-4 months, and she's enjoying it.
Okay. Which city, Mataji? Which city?
Sorry? Pune.
Which city is Pune?
Pune.
Yeah, Mataji. I mean, depending upon how many rounds she's chanting and all.
Mataji, she had just started recently because she was praying to Shiva and Parvati, and now she's slowly starting. She bought a japa and all that. We got it blessed in the mandir. She comes to the mandir with me, and I told her to chant. She has started chanting. Gradually, I had to give her a little time because home people eat a lot of non-veg, So now she's a vegetarian. So now I said, slow but steady, you can follow. At least she's attending the Bhagavatam class.
Yeah. No, Mataji, there is no restriction because she's a widow. It's just that depending upon, how new she is and all that, they'll give a service that is suitable for her.
Yeah.
You can contact the temple authority.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Because now Rath Yatra coming, she wants to do a little seva with me. Okay. So that's why.
Yeah, you can just contact the temple authority.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam.